From Jim Jefferies destroying QAnon theorists.
Believe that Michelle Obama has a penis. Do you believe Michelle Obama is a man?
I tend to think she is.
What real evidence is there to support any of these claims?
To Tim Dillon, turning the Epstein case into a full-blown expose on media hypocrisy.
Media's now running with, bless their heart, is that nothing happened. That's actually a theory. That Epstein was like a creep.
These are 6 times when comedians destroy conspiracy theorists. Starting with Jim Jefferies, the guy who leans back, says nothing, and lets this crowd of theorists crash and burn right before his eyes.
What's about to be revealed is that QAnon is actually JFK Jr. So JFK Jr. is alive, and he brought the plan to Donald pre-1999.
Is Q more powerful than Trump?
Trump is a part of the Q team, so he's
just part of the team?
Yeah, he's actually posted at least once or twice.
Each word they add pulls them further in, sinking slow into a fantasy world where logic doesn't dare follow.
There was a tweet where everything in the tweet is just regular verbiage, regular grammar, but he has the word roaring, the word great, and the word reviews all in caps. You look up the numerology behind those words, and it comes out to the number 17.
What does the number 17 mean?
Q.
That just means Q.
It's the 17th letter of the alphabet.
Well, this is a lot more simple than I thought it would be.
Donald Trump is one of the most intelligent men.
But Jim just watches in silence as they turn into their own punchline, exposed without him lifting a finger.
What big profile people are in this pedophile ring?
Do you want names?
Sure.
Hillary Clinton.
You think Hillary Clinton's a pedophile?
Worse.
What's worse than a pedophile?
Newborn. There's something in their blood that apparently gives them some euphoric experience.
It's called adrenochrome.
And when Jim finally speaks, it's not for laughs. It's to tear down a conspiracy too twisted to ignore.
Do you believe Michelle Obama is a man?
I tend to think she is.
What real evidence is there to support any of these claims?
What claims?
What claims? You just said Hillary Clinton eats Michelle Obama pisses standing up. There is no bowl.
But even when Jim turns up the sarcasm, it sails clean over their heads. Not a hint they realize they're the joke.
People need to know this, like QAnon is not like, we are not tied to like Alex Jones or anything like in regards to like InfoWars. Like that would be like a misrepresentation of who we are as researchers.
No, that guy's crazy.
He's insane.
The reason that QAnon is a Trump supporter's wet dream is because it encompasses nearly every conspiracy theory in the history of the world, from the Freemasons to the deep state and everything in between.
And Jim lets the circus spin one last time, then steps in to pull the plug and end the show for good.
I was just to pull a picture of JFK's burial site. It's the shape of a Q.
Pizza, walnut sauce, Domino's. There's various food language that is used for code words in circles.
Russian collusion, false flag.
Oh,
All
100%. They colluded with Hillary and Barack.
What people are seeing is demonic possession.
Well, seems to play.
While Jim Jefferies is busy dismantling QAnon conspiracy theorists, Bill Burr shows up on Conan O'Brien armed with the ultimate cure, a heavy dose of common sense during peak COVID chaos.
You don't think the anti-vax conspiracy lines up?
That they're secretly trying to kill all of us for population control? No, because what they would do they would be all what they call the sheeple. So all the people can be like, all the people that go, what are we supposed to do? Okay, they're gonna kill us.
And there he is, cutting through the noise, calling out the madness everyone else politely calls medical guidance.
And then just be left with all the Fonzies with their leather jackets who don't want who are too cool to listen to people. Like they got a nightmare. Who's gonna dig their ditches for them? So
yes.
It just doesn't make. I mean, if you want to say that they're gonna come up with something to thin the herd, I will go with that.
But Bill stands his ground. No filters, no diplomacy, just slicing through the fake unity act of the unvaxxed crowd.
You're eliminating the wrong group if this is the plan.
So maybe they vaxxed us sheeple, so then they can have a second vaccine of COVID thing come out to kill all the cool people that hit a jukebox and it turns on.
So anyone who's anti-vax is a Fonzie. That's what they're just all Fonzies.
And then, Bill laid out his playbook, his scientific strategy for outsmarting the co-crowd.
why I don't listen to anybody's theories anymore unless I just go, did you get this information at the library?
Yeah.
Okay, if you got it at the library, I'll listen to it because the library has the decency to break up information between nonfiction and fiction, meaning this happened and this is just some shit people made up. You go on the internet, everything is presented as nonfiction.
So, after dismantling the anti-vaxxers, Bill didn't take a victory lap. He went straight for the Flat Earth Brigade.
My lifetime, I'd say for the first 47 years, that nobody thought the Earth was flat, right? And in the last 5 years, all of a sudden, people, are coming out telling me there's an ice wall that you can go look at. Like there's these ice walls, like we're basically in this giant bowl of, I don't know, cereal or something.
And Bill gives the self-proclaimed experts a refresher on what learning actually looks like.
But what you need to do is get a pilot's license and go for your instrument rating. And then when you see VOR signals and realize one of the things that blocks it is the curvature of the Earth, you'll stop trying to rent a boat to go look at the ice wall.
The talk turns to masks, buying them, wearing them, and Bill? He's never been this blunt before.
People are flipping out about masks, and on both sides. Like, there are people that say, I shouldn't have to wear a mask, I don't want to wear a mask, I don't buy it. And then there are people that...
I love those people.
What?
Yeah,
you like the people that flip out?
Yeah, don't wear it.
Yeah.
Don't wear it. Go kill yourself. That's awesome.
All right, your turn. Which theory shook you the most? Drop it below. I'm reading. Meanwhile, the anti-vax theory keeps evolving. On Howie Mandel's show, Bill goes from skeptic to sniper, dismantling the maskless crowd one punchline at a time.
You have your shots?
You should have asked me that before I came in here. Yeah, I'm a non-vaxxer.
Are you?
No, I'm kidding. No, I got them.
We have non-vaxxers here.
Yeah.
Actually, one of them is your biggest fan.
Yeah, at this point, I don't care whether somebody does or not. I just stay 6 feet away and I wear my mask, and if people want to do what they're going to do, I just don't care.
And Bill has a comeback ready for every booster skeptic who thinks they have him cornered.
I don't care, but I don't want to hear about it, and I don't want to hear your theories as your WebMD horse about it. I don't want to hear that, so...
Everybody's an expert now.
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing was somebody goes, yeah, I'm unvaxxed, I'm vaxxed. It's like, we're all vaccinated. You're just saying no to this one. And we're all alive, and there's 7 billion people on this planet.
And then, Bill zeroes in, and the anti-vax conspiracy starts to crumble under simple logic.
You know, that's a theory.
Because
there's so many people on the planet that they're trying to get rid of some of us.
Yeah. I know. My thing is like, so why would they get rid of the obedient ones?
I have a list.
They want to get rid of the rebels, the ones who aren't going to listen. So you're going to get rid of all of us sheeple. So you can have these assholes that are going to question everything.
Finally, Bill schools the maskless crowd before he leaves. One final dose of logic for the road.
When you do look at the FDA or something like that, and people who used to work in big pharmaceuticals suddenly work for them, and they may be getting side money to approve stuff, that's not conspiracy. That's the dirty, filthy ways that sociopaths operate. So I'm not 100% against that and conspiracy theory.
But while Bill only brushes against the media's darker edges, Tim Dillon goes all in, turning the Epstein case into a full-blown expose on their hypocrisy.
Media is now running with, bless their heart, is that nothing happened. That's actually a theory. That Epstein was like a creep, and Trump even said, this creep. A creep is not a guy that imports a 14-year-old from the Balkans to be raped in America by a billionaire. That's not a creep. That's an evil monster.
And now, Tim aims straight for the circus, the headline kind that questions everything except what actually matters.
Now, by the way, isn't it funny everything in Russia is a thing? Everything Putin does is an Orwellian conspiracy to take over the world. He's going to invade every country tomorrow. Poland, he's marching into Poland. He's going to invade every country. I'm sure he's killed a few people. I don't doubt it. But every shooting, death, every oligarch, it's all directly attributable to him.
You think it's over? But the conspiracies? They just evolve. Sharper, stranger, louder.
It's always a vast conspiracy with China's behind it. Dubai is funding everything, and they're in the colleges. Dubai brought all the trannies to do the Gaza protest. What? Doesn't even make sense. They don't even have trannies over there, really. But we're all supposed to believe that everything's manipulated by somebody.
And as Tim runs through the wild conspiracies, he slips in a bomb aimed straight at the French president.
You just told me Dubai runs the colleges, Russia installed the president, and you told me that Emmanuel Macron's wife is a woman. These are all lies.
But Tim can't believe the absurdity of it all, so he ends with one last call-out.
There's no f***ery with this. This was just a rich guy with a couple of wacky friends in an island, and it was a comedy of errors. They all just kept falling in 12-year-old pussy, and then they hung themselves by accident. But everything else is a conspiracy in our society.
But Tim doesn't flinch at conspiracy theorists. He meets them head-on, just like when he shuts down Adam Sosnick after the most ridiculous theory yet.
Thing that has to do with aliens and space, I want to know what the hell's going on.
And by the way, and this is not to insult you.
Yes.
That is the conspiracy for stupid people.
Aliens?
Aliens. It's just under ghosts in terms of what dumb people want to know about. It's the thing.
You see Air Force people talking about it.
And while Adam loses his footing, Tim stays grounded, armed with facts and clarity.
So I woke up to that in Miami at the mall with the aliens. I go, who cares if it's true?
Do you think we landed on the moon?
Probably.
You can't even stand for something, Tim?
There's no effect on my life.
The aliens?
Aliens have no effect on our lives. None.
But as Adam drifts deeper into delusion, Tim snaps him back to reality, and the crowd couldn't be more thrilled watching them go head-to-head. Another one dropping truth bombs left and right? Jim Norton, the guy who accidentally wandered into a flat earther documentary and couldn't help but start handing out reality checks like flyers on a busy street.
I'm dying to talk to a flat earther. There's so many questions, like, all right, I'm trying to go with it. Maybe it is. If it's flat, what happens when you look underneath it? What do you see? Just a bunch of Australians and Chinese people hanging by their feet like bats? I mean, if it was flat, the water would run off it and horses would fall off it because animals are stupid.
And when Jim finally gets the answers, they drop like deleted lines from a low-budget sci-fi flick.
But they have an answer for that. The flat earthers have an answer. They say the reason the water stays on and nothing falls off is because we are surrounded by a snow-covered mountain range. And I was like, oh, all right, I was worried you were gonna sound stupid. That makes perfect sense that we live on a serving tray surrounded by mashed potatoes.
By the time you wade through the ocean of conspiracy theories, the flat earth crowd almost looks grounded, at least compared to the deep-end stuff that's still floating around.
Because a lot of conspiracy theorists annoy me because they're denying someone else's pain. 9/11 conspiracy, Newtown conspiracy, they're denying that somebody else has had a tragedy. These guys don't hurt anybody. No one is mad that they're talking about the earth being, they're not like, hey, the earth is flat. There's no one going, shut the f*** up. I haven't sold a globe in 6 months, shut up.
While Jim Norton goes after flat earthers, Theo Von takes aim at a real-life conspiracy magnate, Eddie Bravo, shutting him down with razor-sharp, hyper-specific roasts.
I talked to your buddy Eddie Bravo, and that guy is a real.
He's out there.
He's like a deaf Jack Russell almost, you know?
A deaf Jack Russell?
Yeah, because once he gets going, you can't.
Oh, Jack Russell Terrier?
Yeah. You ever been around one of those dogs? You open the car, and then the next thing you know, they're at the. Yeah. They're like sick, yeah.
But well, how's he deaf?
Because you can't get him back. Like once he goes, you can't.
And Theo keeps the story rolling.
Lost me at chapter 70, but
he'll hit you with too much information, man.
It was crazy.
You have a lot of people to Google.
I was like, I want to climb through a black hole right now.
Edgar Casey documentaries and shit. Like, wait a minute, is this guy legit?
Dude, the other night, 2 a.m., he sends me a couple of links,
You
bro.
can't do that. You got to shut your phone off if you're friends with Eddie. When those 1 a.m. phone calls come in, you do not respond.
Sure, they find him endearing. But that doesn't stop the duo from taking Eddie's theories apart, piece by piece.
Well, he told me in the bathroom after we talked. No joke. He said he had to be a little bit quiet because he thinks that some people could be looking for him.
Oh, that's so crazy.
And it was crazy that he said that all hush-hush about the urinals.
Dude, he thought that the government got to me.
Really?
Because I wasn't into chemtrails. Chemtrails what did it. He's like, there's got to be a reason here.
Did they do anything to you?
No.
So, which moment hit you hardest? The QAnon chaos, the anti-vax crowd, or the flat earthers hanging on like bats? Drop it in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more raw reality. See you in the next one.